Welcome back to the Tracie Trendy Show, my lovelies, where you guys asked for and you got it. A response video, according to Amber, interview Big Daddy John. Okay, and it looked quite suspicious, and he was looking to the left a lot, and he seemed quite distracted during that video. And lo and behold, Lacey pops out. Okay, she pops out. It's almost as if he was her puppet. Okay, he was her puppet. And you can see, I'm looking at the screen right now. She's right over him. Basically, I think he has strings behind his back, or she has a gun, or perhaps he's a hostage. Maybe. Maybe he likes being a hostage. But anyway, it just seemed very stagey and stagey and stagey. And Lacey's bringing up this old stuff. Seems as if she's winning, right? She's got the man that she wanted, she was cheating with. She got him away from Julie. And she blocked Shane from being around his daughter. Seems like it's a win for her. And why don't you ride off into the sunset? On that very night that it aired, Shane posted that becoming less reactive is a huge part of his growth and decreasing stress. Now, if you let everything get you worked up, you're damaging your mind, body, and spirit. Yeah, well, that's all good and dandy. But I think Shane has something up his sleeve too. But he's playing his cards close. All right. Now, I'm Team Shane, okay? And I am an animal lover. You guys may hear Junior or may see Patch in my videos or hear them, whatever. Big animal lover, okay? So for me to come off, stick my neck out for Shane, that means my spidey senses are on point, okay? Now, throughout that interview, there were a lot of lies and inconsistencies. How about that? Inconsistencies, big major inconsistencies. Perhaps that is why Shane was found not guilty of both charges. Lacey has said in an now here back up now. Lacey has never ever said anything about the cat. She's always had other people talk to her about what happened with the cat and all those charges. Never out of her mouth. She's quite manipulative with that. She's never ever said that. Even when she said she was going to talk on the show about it, when the producers asked her, she clammed up and she never said anything. And her response on that interview with Big Daddy John was that she was too torn up with emotions. Really? I mean, come on, your cat's going to be okay. If you want everybody to see how Shane is, you would come out and say it. But she never said it. She had other people as her mouthpiece. Now, during that interview, she said she did not know who Shane's new girlfriend is or whatever. But she did know that she's in another country, blah, blah, blah. Well, that chick speaks 4 languages. She got a lot of stamps on her passports. Okay, she's international. All right. Her name, and she knows this is Steph. Now, I have earlier comments from Lacey on Steph's Instagram. So this is when everything was hunky dory. Someone says Merry Christmas, Shane, and blah blah blah. And this is all on Steph's IG account. This is during the time that Lacey and Shane were married. And even Lacey went on Steph's Instagram and says, she's talking to Charlie. She says, we like her. She seems like such a great vibe. She's responding to someone says, do you follow? Someone's asking, why are you following Steph? Or is Lacey creeping in on Stephanie? Or why are you guys friends? And she responds to saying that we're cool. I like her. She seems like such a great vibe. So that's a lie, Lacey. You know who this woman was. And don't act like you don't know. You're not Mariah Carey. You can't go there. All right? Stop being childish. I know you swaddled a lot of babies, but stop being childish. Okay? Now, Lacey judging Shane for what she's saying that he is bi. Excuse me. She claimed that the man that he maliciously wounded was a boyfriend. Shane was on Busy Bones' YouTube account. He specifically said, you can tell Shane was telling the truth. My spidey senses is on point, and I'm going to prove all this. Well, I'm not going to prove that because I wasn't back in time, but I'm going to prove the most important thing. Well, stay with me on this. Here's some more tea. She said that he beat up his boyfriend. Shane was 17 years old. Shane was in foster care. Shane said he was abused a lot in foster care. That happens a lot. Statistically, the numbers are so high, it's really sad. Okay? So I really believe, because he blurted it out. It seems like he was getting his courage, and he blurted it out what happened. In the past, he said he was defending his sister, blah, 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 but he really meant, he said the man was, abusing him for years. And he had enough. Beat him up and took him to the hospital. That's what he said on Busy Bones. That was a legit. When you see that interview, that's a legit response. You could feel his pain and anxiousness just to reveal that information. But Lacey's saying he's bi. Whether that's good or bad, Lacey, you have done a lot of bi stuff in all your little cam work with Nicole and all the other hoes, okay? You have done a lot, Lacey, for years. You didn't have to do it with women. You could have done it with men only. Or maybe once or twice if you wanted to do that and say, oh, it's just buy for pay. But you've done it a lot. So you're in the same boat. Moving on. Now, here is the crux. Lacey's never said this, but she had mouthpieces. John, Big Daddy John, to say this, and she had her friend to say how she discovered Spooky the cat. Now, I have said it, and Shane's cousin has said it. Shane accidentally injured the cat. It is quite easy. You look at Shane. How is he going to intentionally harm a cat? Lacey said it was just to get to me. He knew I love Spooky so much and blah, blah. He did it intentionally. It's very hard to intentionally harm a little delicate little kitten. It probably was most likely an accident, as what it appears to be. That's why he did not get arrested. Sent to jail. Another thing Lacey was saying, the reason why he wasn't sent to jail was because of his mental issues. That is not true. In the state of Virginia, they have very strict, Google it, my loves, very strict animal abuse laws, as well as you cannot claim that you're mentally ill and expect to be walking off. No, they also have very strict rules when it comes to the mentally ill committing crimes. If you're mentally ill, you're going to get more time, and it's going to be in the mental ward. You're going to have more time in the mental ward. So a lot of people who do it, if they are mentally ill, they just take the time in jail, opposed to spending almost a double the time in a mental facility. So that is a lie. If Shane was getting off, there's no getting off because he's mentally ill. They'll send him to a medical facility. So it has been proven to be an accident as far as I am concerned. That's why the charges were dropped. Now, the thing about the person who he wounded, a family member, I remember, maybe someone can call me. I'm not 100% sure. I couldn't find it. I know that charge went away somehow, but it said the first initial was a J. Lacey said it was her. He broke her wrist. I'm sure she's going to have a picture popping up with a cast on, but we ain't seen her walking around with any cast any time ever. And the initial that I remember, I can be wrong now, it was a J. Her name starts with an L. So I was thinking maybe he did that to her dad or somebody, okay? I don't know, because her dad's name starts with a J, as well as Big Daddy John's name. 2 J's. Now, the big thing about the cat, according to Lacey's friend, was found on the top of the refrigerator. That's what Lacey's friend said. Big Daddy John, the puppet, he got it confused. He was saying a lot of things that was confusing. Lacey didn't want him to say what state they are residing in. Yeah, they're supposed to have a business in Virginia. Duh. So, and you aren't living in California. Never was. So Lacey wanted that all top secret until that was too much. to keep in John's head, his pretty little head. So he said, let the bean slip, and he said Virginia. We were in Virginia. Okay, that's when Lacey pops out. So that was one mistake. But he also said that the cat was found on top of the cabinets with blood dripping down the cabinetry. That's what he said. That's the story that was created, my loves. Now, I'm a stickler. I'm very a stickler for things, especially for home design. So I go back and looked at some old Love After Lockup. So let's look at John's story that the cat was on top of the cabinetry with blood dripping down. Number one, they have dark cabinets. Yeah, maybe you can see something that maybe looks like oil that's dripping. But you could tell. Okay, give you that. I'll give you that. But my loves, if you look closely at the pictures I presented, the cabinets go all the way to the ceilings. I like those cabinets that go all the way to this custom. I like that. And that's how mine are. All the way to the ceiling. Now, that's what somebody says, but the friend said the refrigerator. The refrigerator. Now, the pictures I have of the latest scenes of Lacey and Shane when they were together during this time where all this went down, the refrigerator looks to be built in, and there's a cabinet on top of the refrigerator, as you can see in Exhibit B, okay? And A. The cabinetry. You can lean in real hard. The cabinets are on top. Well, not on top, but the refrigerator is pushed in there. How's the cat going to be sitting on top of a refrigerator unless they pull the refrigerator out from the enclosure? It's a tight squeeze. But as you can see in this picture, this is a better picture right here in Exhibit C. There is a cabinet on top of the refrigerator. So how's the cat going to be on top of the refrigerator? Lies. Lies. Puppetry. Smoke and mirrors. That's what it is. And for Lacey to be having all these little puppets to come on these interviews and say all this mess for her is a shame. She knows it's a lie. She will not let Shane have any kind of peace for some reason. She's supposed to be happy in love with Big Daddy John. Big Daddy will say anything. She splashed some boobs in his face. He good. And she even said she'll have 10 kids for Big Daddy John. And we all know Lacey can't have any more kids. We all know that. 10 kids, please. She got Summer by getting a grant to get the IVF because she couldn't get pregnant naturally. So how's she going to have 10? She's going to go back to getting that grant and get 10 when Summer's, the delivery of Summer nearly killed her, according to her? Why would she go through that ordeal again? Why? And my loves, I got some tea on Lacey. I got some tea on her. I'm going to hold it because it's not confirmed. A lot of people know about it, but I don't have all the receipts, okay? So what do you guys think of that? You guys wanted a response video. You got it. I've always said she's not, well, she didn't say it actually. Allegedly, she didn't say it, okay? She had mouthpieces to say it, but you never hear it out of Lacey's mouth of how Spooky was found or how he was harmed. You just heard the story. You seen the charges, but the charges didn't stick. He went to court, didn't stick. So she is not gonna let this man have an ounce of peace. He's fighting for his peace and his emotional stability. And that's what he needs. Because he's trying to decrease the stress and develop some growth away from her. He doesn't want his mind all messed up and his body and spirit all messed up, which I agree. But there's a lot more coming, my loves. There's a lot more coming. It's just going to take time. It's taking time. So what do you guys think of that? Is there anything I left? I mean, come on. The crust of the whole thing was that Spooky the cat, little kitten, was found on top of the refrigerator or the cabinetry. We all know that facts came in and that was determined to be a lie. Just by looking at the pictures. This is their house at the time of filming, the time it occurred. This is one of their last scenes on Love After Lockup. Okay? Now, I guess Lacey's going to say, well, it was a different house. We were renting an Airbnb, blah, 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 blah. BS. This is the house that it all occurred in, because I remember that last scene, and Lacey didn't say anything in front of the cameras at all. She's quite clever in that. The less she say out of her own mouth keeps her out of trouble. Less lies to keep up with. She'll have other people speaking that for her. Now, if she wants to tell the truth, she needs to come on Tracie Trendy Show. Because I will get to the truth. I don't play that okie doke. Never have, never will. Now, I could be wrong, but I ain't wrong here. All right, as you can see, I brought the facts. And Shane walked free. And he's not in a mental hospital, which he should have been if she said he was declared mentally unstable. Because if that's the case, he would have been sent to a mental hospital. That is it, my loves. That is all I got to say. Drop a line below. Tell me what you think. Am I on point here? Have I cleared up this whole farce? She needed to sit down and settle down in the sunset. Lacey, should have just stayed when it was all good. You need to back off. It was all good till you couldn't keep your mouth shut because you're too vengeful. You're too vengeful. That got me thinking, special project for me to investigate. Special project. Okay? Especially when you're filming a lot. Okay? That gives me more stuff to look at. All right? Conclude. All right? No more. Off the docket. Lacey, you've been determined to be, well, you didn't really say it, so allegedly you didn't say it. You had other people say it, but all your little puppets are liars. Well, maybe they're not. They were just told that. Okay? So I can't fault them for what they were told. All right? I can't fault them for what they were told. But that is it, my loves, for sure. Now, if you have not subscribed to this brilliant channel, what is holding you back? You're going to get straight tea. Straight tea. All right? Some things I don't have receipts for, my love. But like this, I got. Some things I get because little birdies tell me. But there's one thing I got on Lacey, but I'm not going to reveal it. I'm not going to reveal it. But anyway, my loves, not now. I don't have the receipts. But drop a line below. Hit the subscription bell if you have not. And that notification bell if you want that hot tea. It's coming. Something's coming. Maybe not that for a while, but it's coming. So right now, I'll catch you all on the flip side. Drop a line below. And we can discuss. Okay, my loves? Toodles for now.